bit of a announcement and or update to the witchathon readathon. Just thought I'd let you guys know that for 2024 we will not be having a month-long round. I'm going to take a break on doing the month-long rounds right now, but we will still be doing the week-long rounds for each of the Sabbats. So definitely keeping your eyes peeled for those announcement videos when they do come up. But since a turn of events, since we're not doing the month-long round this year, we will be doing a year-long challenge, and this will be kind of give you some info in regards to certain deities and things like that. It will have a challenge for you to do for each month that you can do alongside the week-long rounds as well. Hopefully by the time this video goes up, I remember to put an actual document list of all the prompts in the Google Drive below. As I'm recording this well in advance to even creating that, but I'm hoping to have everything tied up by the time this comes out. But let's go over each month's prompts. For January, we will be looking into the namesake of the month. This month is named for the two-headed god Janus, who sees into the past and future. So with that, either read a dystopian novel set in the future or read a historical fiction. Pretty standard, set and go. For February, this month is sacred to the god February. He is known to be a god connected to purification and regarded as a god of the lower world. So for the festival of death that is celebrated during the month of February. So with this, you will read a palate cleanser book or a book that is death positive. So something that will, a palate cleanser, something that if you're in a slump, that you need something to kind of jumpstart your reading again, I consider that a palate cleanser. Something that will kind of get you out of whatever funk or like book hangover that you need to do. Or since for the Festival of the Dead, you can read a book that's death positive or both. You don't have to choose one or the other with these. It can be either or you could do both, since it is a month-long challenge for each prompt. March, this month, and the planet that it's also named after, this god Mars, is the god of war, and he's the agricultural god as well. So you will need to read a book with agricultural goods like corn, wheat, things like that, or that's in the cover on the. Read a book with agricultural goods like corn or wheat on the cover or in the title, or any type of like vegetable or fruit that you can easily grow. Or you can read a book that has a battle scene prominent in with it, or that you know that there's going to be like a battle scene within it. So like anything that has to do with a war or things like that. For April, this month is named from the Latin name of Aphrodite, the goddess of love. So we only have one prompt for this particular month, and it's just to read a romance, because that's all that Aphrodite is about, is the romance. May is named after the goddess Maya, the goddess of spring and growth. So we will need to read a book with plants, flowers in the title or on the cover. For June is named after the goddess Juno, the goddess of marriage. So read a book that with a one true pairing or a happily ever after. July, Athena is a goddess that is perfect to work with during this month. She is known as the goddess of wisdom and good counsel. So read a book that makes you think, or read a nonfiction book about any topic that you are particularly wanting to learn more about. August is the god for this month is Lagna. I'm probably butchering this. He is a sun god and a fierce warrior. He's also known as a god of thunderstorms. So read a book with a dark and stormy looking cover, or a book with a fiery battle. September, the goddess Pomona is associated with this month. She is a goddess of abundance and harvest. So read a book in a genre that you have abundance of, or read a book that you have harvested, i.e. hauled, or have been gifted. October, this month is sacred to Astraea, the goddess of justice and innocence. After her time on Earth, her father Zeus had made her into the constellation Virgo, which is my zodiac, so I am particularly fond of this one. Read a book where a character survives a tough challenge or a tough trial. November, the Egyptian goddess Hathor was a sky deity whose name was used in the ancient Egyptian Coptic calendar from November 10th to December 9th. She's associated with music, dance, love, sexuality, joy, and maternal care. She also helps the souls that have crossed into the afterlife. So read a generational novel or a book featuring music and or dance. And finally, for December, we are looking towards Demeter. She's the goddess that is worked with most this month, a goddess of sacred law and the cycle of life and death and of harvest, and presides over the grains and the fertility of the earth. She's also the mother of Persephone. So read a book that focuses on women's rage and or grief, because we know the story of Persephone about her being taken from her mother. Read a book that focuses on any type of plight that women are having to fight their way out of. Something that will just kind of incite that rage in you, kind of, for that character. So I hope you guys will join me on this year-long challenge and hope you enjoy. Let me know in the comments down below what recommendations you have for these prompts to help everybody else if they are struggling. And let me know if you are going to join us, and I'll be sure to link the Discord down below as well, and we can chat books there as well. And until then, you guys, blessed be.